Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago. Coming to do another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit. Lord willing to be edifying. And in this video, it's just pretty much going into World War III update, prophecy update, in the news. And this was a couple days ago that came out and was reported that Russia has sent ships and nuclear submarines to Cuba. Alright. Which is close to the US. Alright. And if you remember, before all this Russia-Ukraine war started, or like before Russia entered into Ukraine, Russia kept telling NATO to stop pushing west, stop pushing east. Slovakia, because NATO, the sole reason NATO was created was to go against the Soviet Union. Alright, and they had made an agreement that NATO would not keep expanding east, and they kept doing it. And the only ones that haven't yet and have been in talks to join in NATO was Finland, Ukraine, and if I'm not mistaken, there's probably another one, but I think that was it. Which those two countries pretty much border Russia. Alright, and then they had put their nuclear weapons at Russia's border, pretty much provoking them to the point where Russia, started to take matters into their own hands. Alright, but we know everything that is going on is all orchestrated of the Lord, because the scriptures say, let me just go ahead and bring it out in Zephaniah, I believe it's 3rd chapter, Zephaniah 3 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." So the Lord's determination, his plan, is to gather all these nations, assemble these kingdoms, alright, so that he may pour his wrath upon them. Alright, this is what the Lord is doing, and he's the Grand Master, alright? The man with the master plan. So everything that's going on in the earth is all being done and orchestrated by the Heavenly Father. Alright, why is this happening? Because this kingdom is a wicked kingdom. It's being ruled by Esau, Edom. Alright, and he had a time to rule, and that time is expiring. Alright, so that means his kingdom is going to be taken away, and that's going to be done through this World War III, which will destroy America via nuclear fire. And that is the lake of fire that you read of in the book of Revelations. Alright, this place will be bombed and nuked with nuclear missiles, and from the bird's eye view, it's gonna look like a lake that's on fire. Okay, so this is a video that I have here from the Jimmy Dore show. It says Russia sends nukes and nuclear subs to Cuba. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play some parts of this video and then hit the scriptures as always.
Russians' nuclear fleet flexes near U.S. border. This is from X, their news service. Russian warships, including a nuclear-powered submarine, have arrived in Cuba for military exercises near the United States border, just like we do near China's border and North Korea's border, and we do it near Russia's border. Now they're doing it to us.
Whoa.
The Russian vessels are...
It's a response to our military exercise in the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, this move is seen as a response to NATO's planned military exercises in the Baltic Sea.
Whip it out. Everybody whip it out.
The Russian... So that's what this is. We got ourselves an old-fashioned dick-off. All right, fellas, lay them on the table and let's get the measuring tape.
Yeah. There's only one way to settle this one.
The Russian vessels are equipped with advanced weaponry, including Zircon hypersonic missiles. By the way, we don't have hypersonic missiles.
Yeah, you see how it says capable of penetrating U.S. missile defense systems?
Yes.
That's because
they're
we don't
hypersonic.
have that technology.
We don't have hypersonic.
And I don't hear enough people talking about this.
Why does Russia have it and we don't have it? You know who else has it? Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Hezbollah, and I'm pretty sure Iran has hypersonic missiles.
Iran does have it.
We don't have it.
We can't make the alloys.
We don't have it.
So everybody think about that in your greatest country in the
Think
world.
about
don't
that.
even have Zircon hypersonic missiles.
So back.
All right, so this just came to mind. All right, this precept just came to mind. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Alright, so plowshares, pruning hooks, these are all farming tools. Right, so it's saying turn these into weapons of war. Right, now the nations at one point in time in the past didn't have the nuclear weapons technology that they do now, right? So back then it was pretty much just America, Russia. So America after World War II, nobody really wanted to fuck with America. All right, and America flexed its muscles, right? Because of that. But now, we have seen the rest of the nations kind of, build their own nuclear missiles technology. All right, or they'll do deals with other nations and work on things like that. So now all these nations have built up their weaponry, their arsenal for these kind of things, and they may not have as many as America or Russia, but when you add these things up together, you have a more numerous amount of these missiles. And now, at this point in time, the nations are angry. And they're mainly angry at America. Right? Because they're tired of this devil. Alright, so now the nations have become strong. They're not as weak anymore. Alright? Russia has more missiles than America does. Alright, and that's why America wants to get rid of Russia. Alright? So World War III is inevitable. Alright, it's gonna happen. It's pretty much already happened. It just hasn't really been declared like that. Alright, so let me continue.
Back to Twitter. It says the hypersonic missiles capable of penetrating U.S. missile defense system. The proximity of these exercises to the U.S. has raised concerns and speculation about increased tensions reminiscent of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Except these missiles can hit because they're not nukes. Get it?
It would be more, yes, that's right.
This is worse.
This is actually worse.
They worked on missiles you can use.
Yeah. It would be more reminiscent of the Cuban Missile Crisis if our politicians or our media or even Wolf Blitzer took any of this fucking seriously.
They just talk.
It would be more reminiscent. But anyway, calm down, because Kurt,
Yeah.
Joe Biden's in charge.
Mhm.
He's got this all. He's worked this out with the little toy boats in his bathtub.
You mean he shit in the tub? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Boy, if there's one thing I missed in my childhood was hiding under a school desk because there might be a nuclear blast. I
Did
didn't
you
get.
have that in your
I
childhood?
didn't have that.
Oh, because that was a thing, right?
Yeah, it was a thing.
Duck and cover.
That's right, the duck and cover. But that was back when a school desk could protect you from a nuclear blast. They don't make
They
them
really
that
made
good.
them back then.
They don't make it like that anymore.
We got these cheap Chinese desks.
So here it is. Here is breaking: Russian warships, along with nuclear-powered submarine, arrive in Cuba, near the United States border. Wow.
Look at him.
So that's the face. See the face he's making is check out my dick.
Take out two of these dicks.
That's right.
Let me see yours,
So
pal.
here is turn down the volume. This is it says Russia. Several Russian warships have just arrived in Havana. Several ships and support vessels are expected to participate in exercise and possibly make port calls in Venezuela. This move occurs following the U.S. approval of Ukraine using NATO-supplied weapons in strikes against Russia. Putin stated that Moscow might supply weapons to certain regions to enable strikes against sensitive Western targets if Ukraine repeatedly attacks Russia.
And I think Ukraine is going to do that, right?
They did that already. They've already struck inside Russia. With
But no, they haven't hit their missile things, though, have they?
they
Alright, so now I just thought about another preset. So let's get Isaiah. It's Isaiah 9, I think. Yeah, it's Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right, so back in the ancient world, when you would have a war or a battle, right, you would have the warriors in their armory and their helmets and their swords and their spears and their shields. All right, and they would clash. You would hear all this noise of all horses, right, screams, people dying, garments rolled in blood. But this is gonna be different. This war is gonna be with burning and fuel of fire. What is gonna do this? These nuclear missiles, right? They were just talking about hypersonic missiles, nuclear submarines. All right, what is all this for? You think all these things were created for them not to be used? They're gonna be used and they're gonna fulfill their purpose. Okay.
Because that's a nuclear war that he was saying last week.
they were going after something that, like, some kind of defense thing for their missiles, but I don't know if they went right after them. I don't know. Maybe they can free the people in Gitmo while
I
they're
was
there.
going to say,
You ever
they should
think of
wave
that?
to Gitmo while they're there.
Yeah.
Hi.
There must be something up, because this is the wrong time of year to leave Russia. Right? In June?
That's a good point.
I can't believe Cuba's allowing Russia to do this. Does this have anything to do with how the United States restricts Cubans' access to medical oxygen? Or can it?
I didn't know they did that.
They do everything like that.
They restrict their access to Havana syndrome from their.
Or it's nothing to do with what you think it has to do with.
There's a Cuban Missile Crisis now that you're not even going to hear about.
Alright. I think that's it for that video. This is Revelations 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Alright, so what does this mean? Right, first, what is the second death? What is the first death? The first death is the flood that happened during the time of Noah. That was the first death. All right, but the Lord made a covenant, right, that He will not destroy the earth again with water, via water, right? So now this flood 2.0 that He's gonna bring upon the earth isn't gonna be with water. It's gonna be with fire. All right, and that's what this lake of fire represents. All right, death and the grave. All right, which is pretty much just synonymous with each other. When you die, you go to the grave. All right. Okay, because again, fire and water, they're both cleansing agents, right? There was I believe a law in, I forgot where, but it goes into whatever you can clean with water, you have to clean it with the fire, and whatever you can't clean with the fire, you clean it with the water. All right, for instance, clothes, you could clean it with water. With types of metals, you have to clean that with fire. Okay, just an example. All right, but they both cleansing agents. So the Lord's not going to destroy the world again with water, because He made a covenant, and that was the significance of the rainbow. All right, which this world perverted that. All right, and that's, the rainbow is a beautiful thing, and now these alphabet people have taken it and used it for their abominations. Right, so even the rainbow is something we can't even use, right, in our, in our worship for the Lord. Okay. So, man, this place needs to go. Alright, and all things are pretty much just falling into their place before everything happens, man. So this is the calm before the storm. Alright, this place is over with. But that's pretty much about it. Just wanted to go ahead and do a video on this, because it's our job to report these things on prophecy, news. Alright, we're watchmen for the Lord, so it's our job to deliver this message. Alright, so with that, I'm going ahead and give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Green Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.